Welcome in, everybody. Good morning. This is the Everything Buckeye Nation show. No producer G today, but you may notice we are looking fresh with the new background, the new frames. Appreciate producer G. Corey Boyd is next to me, and we are excited for game day. Ohio State takes on the Hoosiers today at 12 noon on Fox. Corey, how are you feeling, my friend?
I'm good. 10:48 in the morning, but that's not what this is about. Buckeye fans are up and early with us, live in the comment section, live on Facebook and YouTube. Now, if you're on YouTube, we're a little new to this. You know, we're early. If you see that thumbnail, you see a Cincinnati picture, forget about that, all right? We forgot to switch that, but that's not what this is about. Ohio State versus Indiana is what it's about. 12 o'clock on Fox. Get ready. Football is here. We're ready to roll. It's Ohio State versus Indiana. Forget that little thumbnail you see on YouTube. We beat down Cincinnati so bad we just left it up there just to let them know, hey, we beat them down. But this is about Ohio State and Indiana. Good morning to everybody in the comment section. Thank you for watching and rolling with us, me and my guy, Jake.
Well, man, I tell you, are you surprised at all that Buckeye Nation is up, ready to go, ready to show out? It's Big Ten season, baby. We've had these first two games are kind of nice, kind of feel it out games. And I don't expect a major challenge from Indiana today, but it still is the Big Ten Conference, and Ryan Day has done a really good job this week preaching to the team like the Big Ten Conference isn't just given out at the end of the year. The trophy is not just given out. You have to earn it each and every week. So this game is the most important game on the schedule right now, and I think Ryan Day has done a fantastic job communicating that to the team. I think we're going to see a hungry football team today on the road in Columbus West, Bloomington, Indiana, Memorial Stadium. Let's go.
I think it's going to be an interesting game. Your first road game is always interesting with a new coach, a new quarterback, a new offense, to see how they operate on the road. 2 home games. You're in your, wherever your home atmosphere, fans, sleeping in your own beds, wherever you sleep at with your family. Now you're on the road. You're going to get booed. You're going to get heckled. You need thick skin. We had a little, conversation about that, off camera, about having thick skin. How do you handle that? How do you handle, penalties, false starts, not hearing the count? So we're going to see how we handle that as a team on the road. Let's see how we handle that. It's a 12 o'clock game. It's early, so that could be a good thing. It's not at night. It's not a prime time game, so that could be in our favor because college kids love playing Ohio State at night, so we have that advantage. To me, it's 12 o'clock. Indiana does have tricky games against us, so I don't know if it's going to be quite the bloodbath against Cincinnati 42-0. So let's see how it is. Let us know in the comments, how do you feel this game is going to go? But hey, on the road, I want to see how we handle it. How does Justin Fields and Ryan Day attack Indiana on the road? I'm excited.
I'm excited too, man. And our boy Eddie Stats is throwing grenades in the comment section already, man. He says Ohio State slips up. He's got IU 23-20. The Buckeye faithful are letting him hear it in the comment section. But you got a lot of comments in here. Appreciate everybody who is watching the show. If you're watching on YouTube, let us know you're watching. Where are you watching from? Give us a score prediction. We'll shout you out. We appreciate you. Hit that subscribe button. Laura VP's in here, as always. John Harbaugh, Corey Shoemaker, Clyde, of course, Eddie, Owen Bradley's in here, Randy Folsom. Appreciate you all. Timothy Roberts, of course, and Scott Ewing, I think, was the first one in here. Mike Tackett brings up a good point. Our guy Mike Tackett says, why do you think more times than not we play tough at Indiana on the road? It just seems there's always something funky about playing at Indiana. Now, we haven't played at Indiana since 2 years ago. It was actually the opening game of the year. I remember quite fondly because for some reason it was on a Thursday and it was my wife's birthday, of course. True freshman J.K. Dobbins rushed for 181 yards in his debut, and it looked really ugly and just kind of flat out weird, honestly, early on in the game. And 2 years before that, we needed 220 yards from Zeke just to escape with a win on 4th down. This place is kind of kooky, Corey, don't you think?
It is. Every time we play at Indiana, we had that Braxton Miller game where it was a shootout.
Oh.
Like you said, J.K. Dobbins had his come out party when Mike Weber had a hammy issue.
Mike Weber was
Dobbins
pissed.
said, I got your back. Mike Weber said, whoa, I don't know if I wanted you to have my back like that, but it is what it is. On YouTube, I don't want to mess up your name. PSYOPS. I'll spell it. Says Game Day. Thank you for watching on YouTube. Shout out to you. And if you're watching on YouTube, give a shout out to us. We'll give a shout out to you. I'm going to give my guy Eddie Stats a little bit of a break. He's an Indianapolis Colts fan.
Okay.
A diehard Colts fan. So take that to the bank with you. So let that correlate. Die-hard Colts fan may equal an Indiana Hoosier fan. So I'm going to give him a little bit of a break there with the upset alert, but I don't think it's going to be as easy as Cincinnati just because you're going on the road, but I expect us the victory. But like at Indiana, it's always been tough for us for some reason, one way or another. I want us to try and go ahead and put a cleat to the throat quickly. Now, not literally. I don't want anybody to put a cleat to the throat. I don't want to say, is Corey promoting violence? No.
Corey, did Greg Robinson join the team?
Yeah, right. Let's not get on that, But I want us to go ahead, try to attack early, but I want us to see that I've seen some scores in here. 35-10 says Timothy Roberts. 45-17 Kyle Barr. And then he said to Eddie, OSU isn't scoring less than 30 points. This offense is too good for that. So I agree with a lot of the comments as far as Indiana. Some reason give us a tough time when we travel there.
Want to shout out our guys Ed Plott and Tyler Kurgis in the comment section. Haven't seen those names too often. I know I recognize them from previous shows, but they're not supporters, I don't think. But appreciate you guys. Ed's watching from Bryant, Arkansas. And Tyler says, let's go Bucks. Appreciate all of you. John Ola in here as well. Kyle Barr, Scott Ewing. The usuals. Buckeye Nation out, showing out. We're about an hour and probably 15 minutes out from kick. It's a noon kick, but you know how that goes. Sometimes it's 12:07 how they actually kick off, but we'll see. The Buckeyes are in Memorial Stadium here in Bloomington, Indiana today. I'm excited for the game, Corey. We have some question marks. Ryan Day's done a very good job of saying, he came out in his press conference this week and said, look, an inexperienced coach or an overconfident coach or player can look at last week's game and think, we're good. We got nothing to work on. We're world beaters. We can do whatever we want and sleepwalk through a game. And Ryan Day's having none of that. He said, look, the issues are on the film. You watch the tape, the issues are there. So that's what we're worried about. We're just trying to get better at what we do every week and go from there. And I think that's a great outlook to have. I think that's a great, and some of that is coach speak. You hear that from every coach, like, well, clear, Nick Saban will beat some SLAC Division II school 62-3 and be pissed in the post-game presser, So you kind of see that a lot, but I really love the approach Ryan Day's taking with this team. It seems like a much more family and open atmosphere where under Urban's control, it was like if you take one step out of line, and that works for some coaches. And Ryan Day, that's not his coaching style, and the players seem to love it. And I'm excited to see what step they take forward here, because at times in the Urban Meyer era, I feel like this game could be a letdown, but we don't know with Ryan Day. That's the exciting thing, and especially with Justin Fields. How much better did he look in week 2 than week 1? I mean, I thought he looked pretty damn good in week 1, but week 2, I was like, this kid is way better than I thought he was. I look for him to take the next step today, look very polished. He seems very poised, and I think Justin Fields is going to have a great day, and I want to get him on the road. This is their first road environment, so let's see how they handle it, sleeping in their hotel, like you said, not in your cozy bed at home in Columbus. What you got over there?
I got a couple comments I wanted to read. John says Jeff Okuda picked 6 today.
Oh,
Kevin
yeah.
says this game we blow them out 35-0. Wow.
35-0? You don't think we're scoring 35 points?
No, it's the 0 part. I said wow.
Oh, okay.
Dewey says Chase Young 3 sacks, Buckeye pride. Cheryl Tucker Moore says, hey fellas, go Bucks. My mama in the building.
Let's go.
Hello, mother. Alan says boom, Vernal, Utah. Todd
Good
says,
morning,
go
Alan.
Bucks. Good morning, Alan. Go Bucks from Indiana, says Todd. He's in Indiana, repping the Bucks. And Lee Travis says, huge fan here. Who are the Bucks playing today and what channel? I love the sarcasm there. Lee Travis.
The Buckeyes play at 12 noon, as you can see on the graphic that is not changing for the entirety of the show.
Hey, we wanted to keep it simple today. No bells and whistles, so we can't mess anything up. So if you miss anything on this show, it is there for the entire screen. You can't miss it. You know who you're playing, the time, and what week it is. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Yeah, I appreciate everybody in the comments section. Again, let us know where you're watching from. Some score predictions, but I want to hear. I like making score predictions, but my favorite thing to do is like a breakout performance, or who's going to be the leading receiver, or that sort of thing. Who's going to have a turnover on defense? I love that stuff. So let me hear. I heard a Jeff Okuda pick 6. I love it. I think we get a defensive touchdown today. I think Corey said one of his bold predictions was a Demario McCall return touchdown. He is so close, dude. He is so close. And I think he's going to break one. I hope it's today. But let us know where you're watching from. Give me some score predictions, some bold predictions. We want to hear them. We're only around for another 15 or so minutes because I've got some traveling to do. Corey, this guy, has to go to work, folks.
OT.
So he's getting that overtime, but send your blessings in the comment section to our dear friend Corey. He's got to work today. You believe that? Woo.
Got to get out of here.
I'm glad it's against I'm glad it's not like the game or like Penn State or something, you know? Could be worse. Could be worse.
And Kyle Humphrey is all on YouTube, says, hey, Ohio, we win. He kept it short and simple. I like it, Kyle.
Thanks, Kyle. I love it. A few predictions here. AJ Damron says he's watching at work. Any way to watch it from the computer? LOL. Yeah, AJ. The game's on Fox, so I would use your phone if you could. Download the Fox Sports app, and you'll be able to watch it on your phone. It might ask you for login information or something. If you become a supporter, send me a message. I'll send you my login info. For real, though. Amy Gutenstein says she's living in Indiana but cheering for the Buckeyes. That's what I love to hear. And Dewey says Fields and Dobbins combo is elite. I love what they did last week, Fields and Dobbins. Fields has taken control of this offense, and J.K. Dobbins, he got some pushback last week. After the FAU game, yeah, he had 91 yards and a touchdown, but his yards per carry was 4.3. He looked like he was trying to go. It was like last year's J.K. Dobbins instead of freshman year J.K. Dobbins, which is the J.K. we want to see. So last year, he was looking for the home run ball every time. I think he got some words from Ryan Day and Tony Alford after the FAU game, and he came out and proved it. 141 yards, I believe he had against Cincinnati. 2 touchdowns, the 60-yard touchdown. Fields, Dobbins, those receivers, our offensive line. Whew, ain't no way we're not scoring 40 today, folks. I'm just saying. I don't know about you.
Randy says, go Bucks from New Mexico.
Let's go, Randy.
New Mexico. Go Bucks. And my brother Clyde says he is still riding with his Arnett prediction, hashtag pick 6. He is still rolling with Arnett. His bold prediction is Arnett with a pick 6. I will roll over if that happens. I will lose my mind if Arnett gets a pick 6 in this game.
I'm going up to my dad's for the game. I haven't seen my dad in a long time. Really excited to go watch a game with him. My dad and I went to a Buckeye football game every year since I was 5 years old until last year we didn't make it. It was the first time. And so I'm really excited to see him, watch the game with him today. If Arnett picks 6 today, I'll go live on my phone from my dad's running around the house screaming my head off. And I hope I get to do that because that would be incredible. Clyde would be pumped. Everybody would be pumped. Look at Arnett. He definitely has been playing a hell of a lot better under this new secondary staff. So it's definitely possible. Definitely, that's a bold prediction.
Yes, it is. And I'm sticking with mine. Demario McCall will return a punt today for a touchdown. I'm sticking with it. Book it. Book it. It will happen.
Can we get both? Why not?
Hey, I'll take both.
I can't remember what mine was. I think it was a defensive thing as well. I think it was Sean Wade pick 6, I think is what it was. MJ Hiles says the Predator gets 3 sacks. I feel like they're shorting Chase Young's stats, dude.
He already had 3 sacks in one game. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Bro.
Isn't it 2 games now in a row? They said 1.5 sacks?
Yep. Ain't no way.
Travesty.
Even Gus Johnson said it in week 1 against FAU. He's like, Chase Young's got to have like 3.5 or 4 sacks by now. And they only credit him with 1.5. I was like, are you kidding me? Last week against Cincy, 1.5 sacks. I guess they're trying to keep him hungry. I don't know. I don't know, but
I guess.
I would love. He's gonna get 3 sacks today. Book it. We'll see how many they credit him with.
That's a good question. Dewey Perry says, "Will they produce better NFL QBs than Urban Meyer?"
All right, Corey, are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
I'm normally pretty laid back when it comes to this show. When it comes to opinions, I don't give a lot of hot takes. That's not my cup of tea.
Right.
Ryan Day will, no question. I mean, he's going to blow Urban's quarterbacks out of the water. He's making Justin Fields look like an NFL quarterback when if Urban was coaching this team, he'd be having 15 runs a game. He'd be looking like JT Barrett. Urban Meyer's, his quarterbacks, they just don't do well in the league, and that's fine. That's not his game. Urban's been the top 1 or 2 college football coaches in America for really since he started at Utah in 2004. I mean, I wouldn't consider BG, I wouldn't consider him a top coach at that point, but Alex Smith is the best quarterback he's ever had. I'm not giving him credit for Dwayne Haskins. Alex Smith is a serviceable NFL quarterback, not bad, but that's 15 years of nobody really doing very well in the league. And Ryan Day already, everybody wants that offensive mind too. I mean, Ryan Day is blowing it out of the water. Dwayne Haskins comes in and runs Ryan Day's offense and throws for 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns. In 1 year, he's never started before. Now, obviously, the arm talent is there, but now you got a kid like Justin Fields who's certainly, you can't even argue, more talented coming out of high school. Let's see what Ryan Day can do with them. And Ryan Day is recruiting now these pro-style passers. The 2020 quarterback recruit, Jack Miller, is an elite quarterback prospect. If he can stay healthy, he's going to be really good, and we need him because he's going to back up Justin Fields next year. The year after that is Kyle McCord from Pennsylvania, another pro-style passer, highly ranked. Ryan Day handpicked him over some higher-rated guys. I trust Ryan Day anytime. Not to mention Kyle McCord's best wide receiver is a guy maybe you've heard of, Corey, Marvin Harrison Jr.
Whoa, never heard of that guy.
4-star receiver. He had a pretty talented father. Maybe you heard of him.
Really? Really? Did he?
Yeah. He also Marvin Harrison. You remember that story about the intruder, the trespasser?
Yeah. I heard about that.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to mess with the Harrisons.
No, don't mess with him.
Marvin Jr. is a 4-star receiver, and he looks to be pretty high on the Buckeyes. So Ryan Day is doing a good job getting his pro-style quarterbacks and the guys that throw them the ball. It's a no-brainer for me, dude. In 10 years, if Ryan Day stays here for 10 years, Ohio State's going to have 3 starting quarterbacks in the NFL, maybe 4.
Who would you say Urban Meyer's most accomplished quarterback is of all time?
Tim Tebow.
There you go. How good did he do in the NFL?
Well, he won some tough games, but he was a liability for the majority of the time.
Yeah. He won a playoff game at Denver.
Yeah, he did. He threw a slant that went about 8 yards.
To Demaryius Thomas who
took it
ran it, and that was his claim to fame. Now, that I'm not throwing any shots at Tim Tebow because listen, I've been getting the heat this week, boy. I mean, woo! I don't want nobody coming at me, Tebow fan. I'm just saying. Now listen. Already this year, soon as Justin Fields went under center, I said, "Oh my God, oh Lord, he has a chance to make it, guys. He has a chance to make it because he went under center. Lord, we have a shot for this man to make it to the NFL because he is going under center." Now, no shots at Urban Meyer as far as that goes, but I think Ryan Day has a chance to actually get us some quarterbacks to do something in the NFL because the team up north, all they have on us, and that's a big have they have on us is number 12.
Yep.
That's it. That's all they have, and that's a big have. I'm not poo-pooing it. That's a big have. What they got? Hey, we got to go, and then we just say, huh. And we can't say nothing else because that's a big to have.
I like to say you didn't even want him when he was playing at Michigan.
Right, you didn't want him in Michigan. I forget who did they want?
Drew Henson.
Was it Henson? Yeah, it was Henson. You didn't even want him at Michigan. But as soon as he lit it up, woo! Yeah,
that's our guy.
That's our guy. Oh, shut up. But anyways, other than that, somebody said in the comments he's killing it on Fox as an analyst. Yeah, he's killing it on Fox as an analyst. I seen that in the comments from who said that? Lee Travis and somebody else said it. I
Kyle
think
Barr,
somebody
I
else.
think.
Yeah, and Kyle Barr, he's killing it on Fox. ESPN's hatred for him now they're probably regretting that a little bit, taking a little bit of ratings.
Dude,
so
a lot of ratings. Last week.
Shout out to Urban for that. Sticking it to ESPN.
And he's
could have had him too.
He's great, dude. Have you watched some of his? He does a little work for the Big Ten Network as well. They do a thing called Urban Analysis, which, I mean, whatever. But it's really good, and he comes out, and he also comes on the Fox show, and he's pointing Brady Quinn and Reggie Bush out, and he's lining them up on the field. He's talking through every little aspect of like a run pass option or a triple option RPO. It's like, it's funny, the terms I've used are not the terms he uses like for these plays. So it's really cool to hear like what it's actually called.
Right.
And his knowledge is fantastic. And he's funny as hell, dude. He's doing a great job. They're asking him, is this Michigan's year? He says, year for what? He said, they said last week, how does Michigan stop Army? He said, I don't know, not my problem. He's killing it, man. And everybody's going over to watch Fox because Urban's great. Brady Quinn's great. Reggie Bush is great. Matt Leinart knows what he's talking about. They got a great show. Rob Stone's a great host. And College Game Day's just like, I don't know. I mean, it's nice.
It needs an upgrade. College Game Day. I'm not hating. Whoa, everybody says I'm hating when I say something. Well, whatever. I'll tell you when I'm hating, okay? I will tell you to your face. I'm about to hate, all right? I'm not hating, but it needs an upgrade. It's a little bit. I like Kirk Herbstreit. A lot of people don't like him. I like
do
Kirk
too.
Herbstreit.
I'm a big
I like
fan.
Kirk Herbstreit. He can't be biased. People. He has to be neutral. Okay? He just has to be. But Fox it's doing its thing. Urban makes you a little smarter every time you watch. You go, hey, I got a little smarter today watching Urban Meyer. I know a little bit more about football. When I watch Lee Corso, I don't get smarter. All right? I don't. I'm not hating. I just don't get smarter. I just know, hey, I know that headgear is big. And that's all I know when I watch it, Lee Corso.
I tell you, man, that's the only – I love Lee Corso too. I mean, he was the voice of my college football video games growing up, and – I mean, I absolutely adore Lee Corso, and that's kind of College Game Day. It's more of a entertainment factor. Like Lee Corso's only on for probably half hour of the 3 hours, and 15 of that is the game picks at the end where he puts on the mascot head, and that's great. I love it. That's what he does very well, and I tune in to watch that, so it's doing well. But Fox's show like actually is talking about the games and breaking them down and why this player is good and why this matchup is one to watch. It's something you don't get on game day at all. I mean, they're probably talking about OBJ's watch on game day right now, dude. I bet.
Yeah, they probably are. I want to watch, but that's here or there. And Scott Ewing asked, are people still talking about Irving heading back to coach? I haven't heard it as much. I've heard a little bit, he's going to USC, blah, blah, blah. But I hope he stays doing what he's doing because he's really good at it. And if he does go to coach, go ahead. I'm not going to be like people in Florida. Oh, my God. Hey, do what makes you happy, man. If you want to go coach USC, go ahead. Do your thing. I'm not going to be crying about it, but it is what it is.
That's a great point, and one I wanted to bring up, but maybe we can bring this up on the show later this week, just to talk about if Urban does take a head coaching job, where do you think he might go? If it's USC, if it's not, would you root for him? Yada, yada, yada. That's a long conversation that I want to have, but we've only got a few minutes left, so let's wrap things up here with Ohio State, Indiana predictions. Get them in the comments here, folks. Let me know, again, your score prediction and your player of the game. Give me a couple, don't just say Justin Fields. Like, give me Fields has 6 touchdowns or something like that. Give me J.K. Dobbins has 200 yards, something like that. I want to hear him. So let me know in the comments. We'll shout you out. Jim from Perrysburg is in here. Go Bucks. Thanks, Jim. AJ Dameron, 38-10. I like that, man. I have Ohio State with a 28-point win myself. Ohio State should win this game by 3 or 4 touchdowns, don't you think?
I have, what do I have? I have 38-17. I'm not going to switch from it. That's what I picked on our show, 38-17. I had J.K. Dobbins back to the scene where he debuted on.
Yes, sir.
Back to the scene where he showed out last week. He said, "Oh, y'all didn't like my performance against FAU? I didn't like it either. You don't got to call me out. I called myself out." So I'm picking J.K. Dobbins. I'm not going to the chalk. I'm not going Justin Fields has a big day, and that's it. I'm not going that. I'm going specific numbers here. 23 carries, 157 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That's very specific there. 23, 157, 2 touchdowns for J.K. Dobbins. 38-17 Buckeyes. Mario McCall, 1 punt return for a touchdown.
Hell yeah. Could be a kick, too. Don't limit yourself.
Yeah, or a kick return. Just a special teams touchdown in general.
There you go. I'm going to come on this show and say, hey, you didn't say kick return. Looking through some of these, Kyle Barr says Fields throws for 250 and runs for 100, 5 total touchdowns, 42-17. I like that. Tavares Sowell says Buckeyes by 40, with JK gets 140 and Master Teague gets 120. Now you're speaking my language. Yes, sir. Okay. Lee Travis says Sean Wade with a pick, and Garrett Wilson gets his second touchdown, I believe is what he meant there. Gerald Waters agrees with me. Defense scores a touchdown. Buckeyes 45-14. David Hemphill 54-21 Bucks. Hey, he's stealing my player of the game. I knew I should have stopped reading the comments. KJ Hill, player of the game with 4 touchdowns. I wouldn't go on that far, so that is bold.
Whoa.
That is bold, David.
He got all the touchdowns.
Tavares says 56-17. And Joe Roman, our guy, says Chase Young is a beast. Somebody earlier said Chase Young 3 sacks. I do think that happens. I've got the Buckeyes in a little bit of a higher scoring one than we think, 49-21. Okay, they cover. They win by 4 touchdowns. It might not look as nice as that score sounds. Maybe the Buckeyes pull away late. There's always seems to be a slow, weird start in Bloomington. But that offense is too damn good. And 49-21 is my prediction. And I got KJ Hill with 8 catches for 140 yards and 2 touchdowns. KJ Hill, my guy. And on defense, Sean Wade, I said pick 6. So keep that in mind, folks. KJ Hill, Sean Wade for me. Corey's got him all over the place. J.K. Dobbins. Demario McCall says, I'm not getting backup carries anymore. I'll show you why I need to be on the field. Touchdown.
Hey, that's right. Special teams touchdown for Demario McCall. Kyle Humphrey over on YouTube says 50-0.
Let's go.
50-0 from Kyle Humphrey on YouTube. Shout out to everybody who has watched on YouTube, who have stopped by. We appreciate that as well. We are back on both platforms. We are able to do that again. And William Dunn, our Alabama fan, has checked in and says, hello, guys. Shout out to William. Thanks for the love. Severia says Tyreek Smith 3 sacks. Hey, we'll take it.
Yes, sir. Tyreek had his first career sack last week. He came off the edge almost unblocked. I thought he swallowed the quarterback, dude. Tyreek Smith is we're all talking about Chase Young now. Tyreek Smith is next year's first-round pass rusher. I'm just saying. So enjoy a number 11 while you got him.
As soon as I say shout out to William, he's going to throw up 49-45. He wants everybody to have a heart attack. That's an Ohio State fan, but hey, of course he does. Of course he wants us to have a heart attack. Why wouldn't he?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Alabama's got South Carolina today. It's their first trip to South Carolina since 2010, and they lost that game. So if that information that I read is correct, then great. You would think, wow, wouldn't they play South Carolina once within 9 years at their place? Well, you got to remember, the SEC only schedules 8 conference opponents as opposed to everybody else doing 9. So that's probably where that comes from. So enjoy the Citadel in Week 13. Go Bucks. Corey Boyd, appreciate you. Thanks for the love in the comments section. We'll
I
bring
got
some
one more to get
supporter
out.
action. What you got?
One more to get out. Sorry, from YouTube. Hey, it's K Dot from YouTube. Says, hey, y'all, go Bucks from Toledo. Had to get that out. Check it in from YouTube.
Hell yeah. What's up, K Dot? Go Bucks. Give us a score prediction. Appreciate everybody in the comments section today. Again, Buckeyes 49-21. What did you say, Corey?
I said 38-17. Go Bucks. Woo!
Let's go, baby. We will be back. We'll have a full live show again, as always, as we do throughout the week, probably on Tuesday. If you're a supporter on Facebook, I'll be bringing you something either today or tomorrow. And that's all I got. Enjoy the game. Go Bucks. Beat Indiana 49-21. That's Corey Boyd. No producer G today. I'm Jake Smith. Thanks for watching. Go Bucks. OH.
Peace.